I get what I'm doing though, right? I don't know. 2, 32.
But I do think our situation is different, and it's different because it's not a question of testing all these branches. All the branches are tested already.
Sure.
At least in the top level selector.
Right.
What's not tested is giving different inputs that will lead to the same outputs in all the selectors that it takes in.
Those should be tested individually at the selector.
Right, but then we're testing it like knowing that it's a create selector function. In my opinion, you should just test it as an any function, which is a function that just takes a state and returns something.
So are you talking about more testing on the like Facebook has error selector? Or are you talking about like when that value changes, you test it in the selector that's using it?
So I guess that's the argument here. So that Facebook has error is just Boolean.
Yep.
So you could get away with just testing with one mock state that gives it an error, and one mock state that does not give it an error.
Yeah.
But
So I think
there are many different states that can give it an error.
Yeah.
And if you just test one that gives it an error and one that doesn't give it an error, then you're assuming how create selector works and how the selector works. You're saying
Sure. And so are you talking about then more exhaustively testing it within the context of that selector for Facebook as error, or for within every single one that uses it?
every single one that uses it. And
Well, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get across when I do this, right? So like, not only would I have to test, so like let's say not only now do I have to test Facebook has error as true and false, and also assets is 1 through 32 and 1 through 3. But I also have to test it with inputs of every single thing that could give the assets
of one, assets of 2,
2, 3,
and the reason is because this function it's only a function that takes in state.
Yeah.
It doesn't take in selectors really. That's how you created the function. That function just all it knows is give it a state and it gives you an output.
right. So should you then check the state for every single thing that takes in, as well as all the selectors, all like its children selectors?
I'm starting to lean more towards. I think I've got to the fun of this. I am leaning more towards I think what DJ was saying, where the test, like the selector that cares about all of the like 17 different selectors that feed into Facebook has error and then says true or false is the selector test for Facebook has error. And I'm assuming there's one other. At that point, all this one cares about is whether it's true or false. That's all this cares. Like it's all this test.
Well, I would say again that we're assuming things about how it's written.
Well, that's all that's being done in the function.
If you go, I have this bit of state, and I assume that
By the time it gets here, the only thing that's going to be true or false. That's a rule, right? Or the only thing this could be 7, but I'm not doing it.
But I guess there's also nothing.
Is make it something that isn't these inputs in the testing.
if you wanted to do like integration testing,
But I'd say it's not even integration testing because you're just testing. No, you're just testing a function that takes in the root state.
Sure.
And your test is not.
Because if you're using create selectors with multiple other selectors, then you state selection basically, and you're trying to model or test those beyond just like simply what does that assuming this gave me the right answer.
Well, no, but
Wouldn't that be testing multiple selectors in the same test?
I mean, given the way our selectors.
I mean, like that's just an inherent. They are just interlinked.
It's still. I mean, I get that it's repetitive, but let's say you refactor it.
Sure.
And let's say you don't even use create selector. Then you don't have. So, like, let's say I wanted to test. You can't publish when age targeting is misconfigured or language targeting is misconfigured. And let's say we completely refactor a bunch of other logic. Let's say you got rid of those other selectors that this depended on. Then you don't have any case, you don't have good cases for this validation selector to make sure it works in all those cases.
But they would still need that. They still need